thatmovieguyUK.
The last film I actually saw at the Venice Film Festival before I had to come home was Jennifer Kent's Nightingale. The Babadook director has really grabbed my attention from her very first film. I think that she really set a massive tentpole to modern day horror and still is to this day one of the better horror films that we will see in the 21st century. But now she is tackling The Nightingale. Based in 1825 in Tasmania, a young Irish convict called Claire is working for an officer played by Sam Claflin. She basically is the housemaid to his home, and he performs a terrible act of violence towards her and her family. He then goes to another part of Tasmania and she's hell-bent on revenge and takes the help of a young Aborigine man called Billy to find this man and seek terrible vengeance upon his heinous crimes. The Nightingale is a very harrowing and haunting tale from Jennifer Kent. It does really show the brutality of what humanity can do to anybody within sex, ethnicity, religion. It is a story that definitely needed to be told, and it is a very good scratching into the concept of colonialism from the British into Australia and how we really did break and ruin Aboriginal lives, and also the lives of the convicts that moved over there. It is terrible. Ken does not stop with the portrayal of pain and sacrifice in this film. You are seeing very gorish, very brutal imagery throughout, and Ken wants you to realise what's been going on and what is still going on in society. That is what makes The Nightingale so powerful. The Nightingale is shot in Academy ratio, so there is a very thinnish, boxed kind of look to it, and you can feel the longevity of the outback. You can feel the claustrophobia that is going on within the story of Claire and Billy, and that is a very daunting kind of feeling, especially when you see close-ups of Claire or Billy's face. You can feel the pain in their eyes, you can feel the pain within their expressions. You can tell that they've been through a lot in their lives, and seeking revenge against Claflin is one way out of getting this anger and tension and just trying to make things fair in the world. And I think it's a very admirable story. There are obviously good elements to The Nightingale. There is a very great sense of camaraderie with Claire and Billy, and it's very humorous in some elements, and you actually do laugh out loud. And you can just feel, obviously, the racial tension between them at the beginning, but once they just become equals, it just becomes even a greater journey and a greater message of unification and how we all are equal in the world. And it is just a very sweet story within this haunting complexity of The Nightingale. Especially when you have these very odd dream sequences, and especially when Claire's sleeping in the woods and she's going through scenarios of her husband, of the people that have attacked her, the people that have raped her, the people that have caused so much abuse to her life. And it is just horrible, but the next second you just get this really funny line from Billy or Claire and you just are laughing again, and you just, for a minute, you're forgetting the pain that they're actually going through. That is the essence of Kent. She really just knows when to execute these scenes and scenarios for us, just to cut off the edge of what The Nightingale actually is. What is also so great about The Nightingale is that we do have tribal songs, from Irish Gaelic to, I don't really know the name of the language, but I'm going to say Aboriginal. And it was just a very interesting, eye-opening way to portray feeling and emotions within the film. Claire and Billy sing different kinds of songs of pain, of joy, of happiness, and it really just helps the elevation of The Nightingale. Like I said, facial and tonal expression is so important to this film, but the singing in their own native tongues is just very interesting, and especially with Billy as well, who performs very different kinds of remedies and performances to heed spirits away, or to send good vibes to anybody, or to remember a fallen friend or family. It's very painful, but at the same time it's very humanistic, and it is a very different kind of angle that you see within The Nightingale. You don't really see Gaelic in films very often either, and I think Claire's story is very poignant for that. Eileen Franciosi is Claire, and I will tell you one thing, that name will be everywhere awards season. She has a raw and uncontainable performance here. She really embodies Claire. She gives you a lot of tension, she gives you a lot of fear, she gives you so much doubt, but at the same time she is a very soulful character, and that is the key to her performance, is the physicality and the facial expressions that she provides throughout the whole film. Michaeli Ganamba plays Billy, and I will say that they are a very mirror-imaged performance. They have the same tendencies, they have the same conviction, they have the same repulsion towards Sam Claflin, and I will tell you one thing, he won the Best New Talent at Venice Film Festival, and for a reason. It is a very strong performance. It is, again, physical. The metamorphosis of this character becoming equals with Claire, it's just a very good performance by him, and a name that we will be remembering through the whole of the award season, because I can imagine this guy will also be in contention for award season. Most definitely. The Nightingale is a very eye-opening film, and it deserves anybody's attention, and it needs to be seen. That is the key essential of it. Jennifer Kent is not trying to sugarcoat anything here. It is a raw and gory film, but it has a very poignant message of how we should be treating others and how we actually should become equals. And that is the beautiful essence of The Nightingale. It is, like I said, a haunting and harrowing film, but The Nightingale needs to be seen. The review is on moviemarket.co.uk, and all my details are below. The next set of Venice reviews will be up soonish, I hope. And obviously, like I say on this channel, diolch dan, obrigado, merci beaucoup, arigato, dankeschön, bitteschön, all options, and obviously, never change.